Well, good morning, fellow Doordashers. Anyway, Pensacola was interesting. I'm here in Florida, and it looks like it's going to storm, oddly enough. But it rains all the time in Florida. Uh, there's five-minute car wash rains. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a great door dashing week. I hope you did good for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I did run Christmas Eve and run in two cities and states in Biloxi, Mississippi, and Mobile, Alabama, and I did absolutely nothing. So, um, anyway, and there were no flame bonuses. Usually on the holidays, there's flame bonuses. They say with DoorDash, but there wasn't. Anyway, I ran Wednesday last night, the 26th of 2018 in Pensacola, Florida. And I signed up for a dash, which was hard to sign in because there were slots. The whole week's kind of booked out down there, and it's better if you can sign in on a shift because you get priority to deliveries instead of being dashed now. So, and it also refers to your ratings and other cool things like that, but you'll get more orders if you're on the scheduled one. Um, anyway, uh, my dash was supposed to start at 11. I had to go change it because I was running a little late. I had some appointments prior to that. And so I adjusted my time to start at 12. And that run was till 1 or 1:30. Anyway, just as soon as I had clocked in, 4 minutes, I had got an order for the Mexican place for 10:48, and got that, delivered it, and I had to wait a little bit because the problem was, and this is bad because it affects your ratings. When I got there, they didn't want to take my order, and I was supposed to pay with the card and everything. And I've been there many times, but the owner wasn't there, and he knows me. He's a prince. But they had a brand new manager his first day at that restaurant, and the micros was not running and it runs on internet actually. I thought, I asked him if it run on telephone line service, and I said no. He said it runs on the internet, and his micros is used for the kitchen orders and the customer orders and all kinds of stuff. So guess what? We wrote this stuff by hand before those ever came out, which was back around, I guess, the early 80s or so, because I used one of the first ones at the casinos in Tunica, working for them. And so before that, we used a paper pad uh, uh, of checks and wrote our orders. And they were hung on a wheel in a kitchen. And then it was totaled out and laid on the customer's table after the people had finished dining. So, yes, there was a way to do it before computerization, and you should always be prepared for that in the event of a failure. I mean, what if your power goes out? Whatever. Restaurants can still run with candles, you know? So, you don't want to evacuate a whole restaurant because your micros went down. But anyway, they didn't want to take the to go order. And my assistant was helping me that day. And so I went in and I said, hi. And always be real nice to them because they can report you to DoorDash, and you will get in big trouble. I know a guy that has been deactivated twice for that. And but anyway, be real nice to him. And I went in to find out what the problem was. And he's like, I can't take any orders because the micros is down, and that's how it goes to the kitchen. And I said, well, I mean, you guys don't have a paper pad where you can write the order down and walk it back to the chef back there? And he looks all around in cupboards and drawers, and he finds a, pa- a paper pad of checks where you can handwrite the order. And so he proceeds to do that, and the guy comes up front, and he's all worried to death. He's like kind of smiling, and That's what's matter. And he said, my system is down. And I said, well, have you tried rebooting it? And he's like, what do you mean? I said, just take it and turn it off and restart it. I said, maybe it got attacked by a storm, lightning, whatever, power surge of some sort. And he says, God, I don't know. And they had some guy crawling up the ceiling trying to check the internet connections and stuff. And so he restarts it, and not 3 minutes and 10 seconds later, it run. It boots up and it runs. He goes, wow. He said, you know, it's my first day being manager. I went, oh boy. So they went ahead and transferred the order from the ticket to the micros, and we just had to wait a little bit longer. It was really sad because they actually had customers in the restaurant. Because I was like, well, you could, if you could feed the restaurant, you can do to-goes, right? You know. But anyway, so that worked out okay for everybody. Got the order. They were a little bit long on the order. That particular restaurant usually takes forever if the owner's not there. If the owner's there and he sees you waiting up front and you tell him, you know, you're waiting on a to-go order, boy, he will get them rolling, because he says his to-go orders are not to take more than 6 minutes. And I've waited there an hour before. And he says it's because the young girls that work the front desk don't want to pay attention to the job. That's so sad. All they got to do is go back and check with the chef to see if the food's ready, and they don't do it. So, and the kitchen's not that far from the front desk. There's front desk, a bar, and then the kitchen right there. And it's what, all of 50 feet to walk back to the kitchen. I always make best friends with the chef, because that will be the one. If you make them hate you, you will have many, many problems in a dinner house. But anyway, so I got that order. And they didn't want to give me extra sauces and stuff like that. The guy wanted to charge me, and they always give me whatever I want when I come there, because I want to make sure the customer has everything. It's just like if I was eating it. I want to make sure it's got flatware. You know, I might be in a hotel. You know, a lot of hotels don't come with flatware and plates and salt and pepper and things. So, and napkins. So, I want to make sure everything's in there. I put toothpicks in there. I buy my own mints. I buy extra plates in case the restaurant doesn't have them. It's nothing to go to Dollar Tree and get a pack of dollar plates and keep them in a Ziploc bag so you can use it for your orders. Customers really, really, really appreciate that. And it helps with those cash tips and your ratings. And you can tell them, oh, I buy my own plates and stuff, and I went ahead and put those in there for you because the restaurant didn't have any. And they get the idea. Anyway, so I did that delivery, and my shift clocked out at 1 o'clock. And so I thought, well, I'll just dash in and run a dash now. Well, it wouldn't work. And everything was pretty much flame red, and it would not let me clock in on a dash now. And there was nothing to schedule. So 1 to 3 p.m. I was on downtime. I picked up a scheduled shift just at the last second, because I kept looking at the schedule because people cancel out or whatever. So I picked up a shift. It was for 3 to 3:30. Which is really cool is a lot of times the app will let you clock in early. You just got to keep banging on it till it lets you do it. Usually it'll let you clock in 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 15 minutes early. So don't hesitate to try the app and see if you can go ahead and clock in where it's like dash now on your scheduled shift, because they do usually let you go ahead and do it. Anyway, I got one order right then, and it was way too far. They wanted to send me on the west side of town, down there by the strip clubs, and so that would be like a 17-mile order, and I did not feel like it. The pay was pretty good. It was like a $11, $12 out order, but I was like, not, no. And I should have done it because it was daytime. Because that side of town isn't too creepy in the daytime, but at night, I definitely don't like to run there. And it's bad because you can't see the addresses on these orders until you pick up the food. And you don't know exactly how many miles you're going until you pick up the food. The first thing will say on the bottom, oh, 3 miles. Yeah, well, that's 3 miles to the restaurant. They didn't count the part about where the mileage is after you pick up the food. Okay, so I get an order, bing, at 3 p.m. and from Moe's, and it said it was for donuts. I don't know what it is on their menu. It says donuts. It says healthy donuts, and there was like no donuts in there. It was the weirdest thing, and they had about 100 picks on the thing. I guess you make your own sandwich or something. Because they had 3 different kinds of lettuce, they had tomatoes, they had all this list of stuff, a whole paragraph of stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh! First I thought it was a big donut order, but it wasn't. But anyway, so I went and did that one. It was a $7.65 order, and then I went to 3:30. I got a ping for Chen's Kitchen for 9:03, and then my end dash was 4 o'clock because they extend it when you go over the time when you're in the middle of a delivery. That Doordash automatically extends your dash. So then I picked up a scheduled dash for 4:30 to 5. I got clocked in at 4:15, and I got sent over to Shawarma's at 4:33. Boom. And that was an $8.45 order. And then all my orders were kind of low paying yesterday, oddly enough. It also depends if the customer tips or not, and then the distance, because DoorDash charges a minimum of like $6.99 to like $8.99, depending on the distance if the customer doesn't lie on the app. So I went and picked up a shawarma sandwich and delivered that. 4:52, got a ping for Santino's, and that was for $7.50. And they were kind of weird about the order. I wasn't really excited about them. They took a long time to have the food ready. Basically, the driver is shipped the order when the restaurant is ready to give it to them. If they hit the button that says order is ready, then DoorDash ships the driver over there. So some of them do it on accident, figuring, well, it'll help their ratings. Well, the problem is it ruins the driver's ratings because you're sitting there waiting 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour for food that's to go, and it's not ready. You should be able to just pop on in there and the food is ready. So make sure when you go on the app to rate it, put the unhappy face when it says, how was this delivery? Put your finger on the unhappy face and tell them. Tell them if it was too much mileage. Tell them if the merchant was slow because the order was not ready. Tell them these things so they know. And one, it's because your ratings get affected by this. And if nobody speaks, then no one will know. And DoorDash can make adjustments for the time of an order at a particular restaurant if they really drag their butts or they're extremely busy restaurant. And they just can't get to everybody at once. DoorDash can make adjustments on their app for future orders and drivers so that it allots for that extra time. So don't burn your butt by not commenting on the app, because it helps DoorDash, get the bugs out. You know what I mean? So make sure to let them know. There's a Wendy's in Pensacola that is so bad There will be nobody in the parking lot, no one in the drive-through, and it'll take them an hour to hour 15 minutes to make an order. I swear. I swear. It is amazing. And there's a pizza place in Pensacola that a guy that's about 100 years old owns out there that signed up with DoorDash. And he's precious. And they just dragged their butt. I had a pizza order over there. They had 5 tables in the restaurant, and no to goes but me. And I waited over an hour for it, like a cheese pizza. It was ridiculous. And the girl, the other waitress goes, "Let me have your card," because it was paid with a red card. And it makes me nervous for them to hold on to that card. They shouldn't even have that card until it's time to pay. And so I'm sitting there like, a hawk standing, watching this card sitting on a counter where everybody keeps going by and everything else. And it's like freaking me out because they never rung up the order till I got it. Because I told her, well, why don't we just do it when the order is ready? Oh, no, we need the card. And I was like, and it's funny because everybody expects to be tipped, and we can't tip anybody unless it's out of our own pocket. They automatically think we're supposed to be tipping them on to-go orders. And that's all we are as drivers. So I know it hurts their feelings, but they probably don't understand. The whole idea is to sell food. And that's where DoorDash helps a business. If you opened a restaurant today and you don't even have a clientele yet, you want to sign up with somebody like DoorDash and pay them 10, 20, 30% to put you online with them and be priority carrier, because you'll sell food. Somebody's going to order, okay? And the whole idea is selling food. And I know one place in Pensacola where they get truckloads of DoorDash orders, and they're not even signed up with DoorDash, but they get truckloads of them. They're signed up with another company. And they said, maybe I should switch to DoorDash. And it's like, yeah, you switch to DoorDash, you'll never stop cooking. Because you're already ordered out. But the guy's thrilled to bits because he's got sales that are horrendous. He doesn't have a full dinner house, and most of the orders are to go. And food is great. And, it's great. It brings him business. He's constantly busy all day and all night. And it's from to-go orders. Yes, it really helps them, I mean, look at BJ's. They have an order desk, a to-go order desk. And they're directly hooked up with DoorDash. The order gets shipped right to them. And they're making it, and it's ready when you walk in the door, basically. But anyway, so there it is. But let's see. I did Santino's for $7.50 at 4:52, and my dash ended at 5:18. Then I had downtime between 5:18 to 6:30. I kept trying to get in to dash now, and it's flame red, right? Can't schedule, can't do nothing, got to try to dash it out. Because my next shift is like 9 o'clock at night. So I managed to pick up another shift about 9 at night till 10:30. So anyway, I finally catch a dash now. I mean, you restart the phone, restart the app, you keep clocking in, close the app, try to clock in again. You have to keep playing with it, until you get in. So I got in on the dash now at 6:30. And so 6:33, I get an order. Boom. And it's for a pizza. And it's for $6.42. It ends up going to a huge hotel. And the guy's up on the 4th floor. And the hotels, they really get funny about you delivering in the hotels. They prefer you leave the stuff at the desk. And, I had let the customer know, white Mercedes, Christmas lights, I'm 1 mile away, half mile away. I'm at the hotel. I'm in the lobby, and the guy doesn't want to come down. And so I'm kind of creeped out because they had a DoorDash driver attacked. Uh, and so I'm really leery of delivering, like to a hotel or a door, being a girl. Um, and the hotels just don't like you wandering around anyway. They think you're selling the extra stuff or something. Um, so the lady at the desk had me leave it at the desk, and they called him in front of me and told him, your order's down here. Well, I leave, and about 5 minutes later, he's like, they usually just bring it to me. Well, here's the next problem. There was no parking. I was parked in the emergency zone, and that place, I guess, was slammed, um, with renters, but um, they don't understand that, that we get our time is so short to deliver an order, and we're already behind by the time we get there, and it ruins our ratings through DoorDash. Not only the ratings customers give us, but DoorDash rates us. So, it's speed of delivery and all that kind of good stuff. So it was really kind of sad. It was an El Cheapo order. They must think we get paid millions and make tons of money in tips. No, we're not Pizza Man. Delivering a bunch of drunks. No, we're not. DoorDash is the highest pay, compared to Postmates and Uber Eats and all that stuff. But still, you don't get paid a whole lot of money. It's getting lots of orders is the trick. Lots of orders is the trick. So you got to get it done. But anyway, so then my ratings dropped like concrete. Because I guess the guy was really pissed I didn't go all the way up to his room. And it was like, ugh. So anyway, and this place is a pretty big place. Anyway, so I get an order at BJ's, and I had to start my new shift from 8 to 9, and I get pinged for order from BJ's. And this is really strange because when I'm pulling up at BJ's, I can't park because there's a guy there with a truck and the door open, like standing there smoking a cigarette, whatever. And he sees me, and I need to park there. And I'm trying to get into the space, and the other person had parked real close to the line, so I had to be really careful to get in there. And this guy's got his door open, just standing there in the door of his vehicle. And I'm like, really? This guy must be drunk. So finally he figures out that, maybe he should shut the door and get out of the way. So I get into the space all cockeyed. So now I look drunk, and I don't drink. I hadn't drank in years. And I get out of the car, and he goes, "Are you at DoorDash?" And I said, "Yeah, and?" And he says, "Well, I just had this order, and so, I really need all this drama. I'm in a hurry to go get this order and get it over with. Because I'm on a roll. I got lots of orders. I'm trying to make, my $200 day." So, anyway, he's going on and on with, well, the customer won't cancel. And so, if it's that order, I couldn't get it to cancel or something, or, the customer. I said, you don't do anything with the customer. If the customer says cancel the order, don't even answer them. Pick up the food, do your job so you get paid for it. Because that's through DoorDash. That's not through us. We don't modify orders. We don't add extra stuff to it. We don't take stuff off. We don't change it from a sandwich to a pizza. We don't do any of that. We don't cancel orders. We don't do any of that. All we do is a job. We pick up and deliver. The other stuff is DoorDash job. And anytime there's a malfunction where a customer has, has decided they want to change their mind or cancel or whatever, they got to do it through the DoorDash app. And what I found is a lot of people are using somebody else's account or somebody else's phone. And so that nobody gets the messages but the person that has the account. And the people that are getting the food don't even know about any messages from you when you text them or try to call and you get no answer, the number's disconnected or whatever. Um, or they're in a college dorm and they don't even have signal for phone call. So um, don't even fool with it. Just go get the order, do your job, you're assigned that, and be done with it. Don't bring a bunch of crap onto the restaurant because you're just going to piss them off. It's not their job to babysit DoorDash. All they are is to make money selling food. Okay? And let me tell you how this goes. If the guy wouldn't have jacked with the customer and just picked up the order and said, I have your order, I picked up your food, and then, carry on. If it comes through, DoorDash will call you or they'll send you a message to say, order's canceled, the food is yours. And DoorDash writes that off. And you got a free dinner. And your ratings aren't screwed. Because one, the guy had played with it so long, he got the restaurant involved. By the time I got in there, they refused to give me the order. I had 2 girls and a manager refusing to give me this order I was assigned. While this guy's standing out in the parking lot. He wouldn't even leave. And they're like, well, the lady wants to cancel. She even called the restaurant. Well, guess what? When she calls the restaurant, if she's supposed to contact DoorDash. Rule 1. The order was done through DoorDash. It needs to go through the dinner house. Okay? It doesn't go through the restaurant. It doesn't go through, the driver. That goes through DoorDash. And the restaurant shouldn't have to put up with all this drama. Okay? And you shouldn't either. Here I am, the second delivery driver for one order. Okay? At a restaurant. And it's like I stepped in poo-poo as soon as I got out of the car. Because I got the driver standing there blocking me. I can't even park. And then he tells me all this drama. I don't even want to hear it. I'm on a clock to pick up this order. And this particular restaurant is really usually pretty quick. And so now there's 2 girls that go, okay, I'm like, all I know is I got to pick up this order. So anyway, the girl goes in the back. I'm waiting for the order. Manager comes out, and I know it's the manager because I know her. And she's pretty pissed by now. Okay, which creeps me out because I don't want to get in trouble with DoorDash because the manager's mad at me because now I'm the second person coming to pick up this order that I don't know what's going on with. The manager says, well, the customer wants to cancel. She called me, and so she's not going to pay for it. I said they need to go through DoorDash. And she says, well, I said the driver, all he has to do is contact corporate if he has a problem. It's real easy. You could text them and they answer right away. And she's like, well, he said the app was down. I said, my app's working just fine. I said, his app's down because he's playing on the phone or he's texting his friends or he's playing games on his phone. And the app has to draw so much power that when you do all that extra stuff, that's how you don't get orders or pings. That's how you can't get through to DoorDash. That's how your app crashes because, you're doing all that. The only time the app will usually really crash is if the weather's really bad. Okay, like you're in a storm. And the signal's really bad and it can't GPS you that little bubble. It looks like a balloon. That's telling your location. Okay? The bars for your phone signal, that tells how much power you got. So that they can send you a message and the app will work. So those have got to be working. Okay? You've got to be in an area where you're picking up signal, where the GPS is working on you. And that's whether it's a hotspot or whatever. It doesn't make a difference. Get to an area where you have signal and get off your phone. Don't play on the phone. You're there to do a job. If you want that job so bad and you want that money, get off the phone. Real simple. But anyway, so I step into all this drama. Now, so the manager is really pissed and she's like, well, he said the app crashed, the other driver and all that. And he was trying to cancel the order. Well, one, when you cancel the order, it ruins your ratings. Okay? So you got to think about this. It's affecting 3 different people. You ruin your ratings if you cancel that order. If that customer gets pissed off enough at you because you're not handling them right over all that stuff that's not your job, that should go through DoorDash. Don't get in an argument with the customer, text them or call them back and forth, any of that. Don't do it. Let DoorDash handle it. If it gets out of control, just send a message to DoorDash. Pull off the road, hit text, wait in line. The longest wait in line I had was 150 people one night. And within 4 minutes, they answered my text at DoorDash corporate. Okay. Last night, there was 2 people in line on the text for DoorDash corporate over this particular order. And they answered in like 10 seconds. And I told them, I said, restaurant is refusing to give me the order. And they're like, what? I said, yes. I said, restaurant is refusing to give the order. The other driver it was assigned to is still here and hasn't left and is in the parking lot standing around and giving me all this drama about how the customer's canceling. And I said, it's not up to you. You do your job. You go get your order. DoorDash will handle it from there. And when I send you that message, order's canceled. Keep the food, it's yours. They say, give it to the homeless or you can keep the food. And your ratings don't get screwed. So think about it. And you didn't piss off the restaurant. You bring all this drama into the restaurant and all that, they get mad. And then they report you to DoorDash and you get fired. There's plenty of people on YouTube that have been fired over getting in a beef in a restaurant over an order. So don't do it. Be very, very careful. Kiss some big bad booty. Be very, very careful how you do your orders. Treat the restaurants really, really good. Because they'll treat you very good. Even though a lot of them don't understand that they're not getting tipped for all these to-go orders. It's not your job to tip them. All you are is a delivery person. You're just picking up food and you're making sales for that company. So anyway, it was really sad. If the driver didn't cause so much ruckus, I would have been able to pick up that order. And then if DoorDash canceled it, I got free food. My ratings wouldn't have been hurt. I still got paid for the delivery. So DoorDash offered to pay me for half of the delivery, even though I had to drive across town to go pick up this order that had already been through another driver, which the restaurant wouldn't give me because the driver created all this drama. DoorDash paid me half, and I bet they didn't pay that driver anything because he played around and too much drama, telling the restaurant, oh, the app's crashed and the customer's canceling and all. Just shut his mouth. Just pick up the order. Don't bring the drama onto the restaurant. Do your job. If you got a big problem, text corporate. Because his ratings were going to be trashed. His came up as refused order, was sent to another driver. His ratings are already trashed because non-acceptance. Okay? And took too long to get it done. Because, see, he'd already accepted the order, was at the restaurant for pickup, sitting there waiting, and all this drama started, so all this time is going by. So when he denies the order while he's at the restaurant, okay, then it really ruins his ratings. Plus, he didn't get paid for it at all. It was sent to another driver. And he whined to the restaurant, pissed them off. And they were like, we're refusing to give up the food. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was real nice. I'm like, okay, so I can't get the food because I'm sent here for an order. I'm supposed to pick up this food. Customer refuses to pay for it. I can't give it to you. Customer says they're coming down and picking it up themselves. Oh, well, now, here we go. The customer's picking it up themselves. Now, they signed up on the app at DoorDash to have it delivered and paid delivery fee. So somebody's pissed them off somewhere enough to where they want to come pick up the order, and the drivers get screwed. They call 2 drivers to 1 order. Okay? Because the first driver denies it after he's already got there. So, no. That's where DoorDash steps in and handles the customer. It either bars them from DoorDash or they get charged automatic anyway because they waited too long to cancel an order. Because drivers were already sent. Everybody's got to be paid. I mean, think about it if it was your business, okay? You got to think about if you're the owner or you were the worker on the other end, the corporate on the text thing or the phone. How are you going to handle it? Don't think of it as I'm just a driver and, this is this and this is that. This is not your job. All you do is pick up, deliver with a smile, hope to God they order again so you can make more money next time. Keep it sweet, okay? I know a lot of people don't think about it, but please remember all you are is a driver. You are not the order taker for DoorDash. You don't adjust accounts. You don't cancel orders. You don't do any of that kind of stuff. It's all on the customer, and don't piss them off because they can rate you because you have been attached to that order. Don't mess yourself up because you can get fired over your ratings. Don't do it. So anyway, I'll do a separate vlog about that so people understand that better. But the guy should have never dumped that order. He should have never brought the drama to the restaurant. He should never drama it out with the customer to the point where they want to come pick up the order themselves. That makes me wonder who got pissed off, or didn't understand. You know, and this was an expensive order. There was some good food on there. But anyway, so that's how that goes. So anyway, DoorDash paid me half for the order because I made an effort. And I contacted them immediately and said the restaurant refused to give me their food. And then they said, why? I said, well, I had 3 people at the restaurant refuse to give me the food. And the other driver, there's some big drama thing with the other driver and the customer canceling, and the customer wanting to pick it up themselves. And all that kind of thing. And I don't know why DoorDash was not alerted. Because again, the restaurant's not even supposed to deal with the customer on the phone about canceling an order. All that's through DoorDash. It's not through the restaurant, the driver, and it goes through DoorDash. Okay, so anyway, went on to that. And the sad part was I lose time and money playing that game. So I got an order for shawarmas for like $7.92. About 8 o'clock I get paid. And then I get another order, $8.42, boom, for Kazoko, for $7.71, which is a really expensive Oriental restaurant. Let me tell you, this place, you should see the food in this place. And you cannot find it on a Garmin GPS. You cannot find it on your telephone. It's really strange. So if you ever see Kazoko, make sure you GPS it and save it as you're driving by in Pensacola, because you might need it. They're very, very expensive food orders, and you need to be able to find it in time, because you're going to have a terrible time trying to find it on your GPS, because it's not there. There's no such thing. I don't know why. Anyway, I got that was the end of that order. I had to deliver that. Unfortunately, that particular order, it was sad because that was $7.71, and I had to drive way across town to go to Kazoko, and then I had to drive way down on the west end, more like by the Navy base, in a beautiful, beautiful housing area. But I mean, it's like a 14-mile drive altogether between going to the restaurant and the house. So that was kind of the bummer, you know. But they don't tell you that till you pick up the food. That's the bad part. And yes, I have got an order one time before that was for 449 miles away. Yes, and it took them 2.5 hours to get that figured out at DoorDash. I was like, I have the food and I can't deliver. I'm not going to Lower Florida today. So anyway, I had scheduled to dash for 9:30, 10:30. All my dashes yesterday were all chopped them up. It was really hard to get scheduled and dash now and all that stuff, and it was flame red. But my scheduled next dash was 9:30 to 10:30. And I haven't done good before on those late ones. I usually sit around, so I was kind of worried about it. I was intrigued because I had a shift that late. So I thought, well, maybe I better take it. Holiday season, it's near New Year's, I better take it. So um, I tried to clock in, and actually I got in at 9:15. The app let me start at 9:15. Sat around till about 10:20 and had 0 deliveries. That was sad. That was really, really sad. There were still some 24-hour restaurants open, dinner houses, and fast food places open. But I guess the market bottomed out, or there were too many drivers. I don't know. But I didn't get anything. But overall, I had a very good day. I had like $100 day, worked for me. And like 2 problematic situations, with orders. And not a big hairy deal. Tomorrow's another day. But it was fun. All in all, 95% of the day was just fantastic. With orders being picked up, and the restaurants were great. And the customers were fabulous. Most all of them. So it was a lot of fun. Weather was nice. It wasn't raining like endlessly or anything like that, and it wasn't too terrible cold. So it was fun. But again, drivers, please, if you have any problem at all, text corporate on that app immediately. Just text them. That's what it's there for. And say, hi, I don't know what to do. Or hi, the customer sent me a message, you're canceling. Or hi, the restaurant won't give me the food. Or hi, they don't have this particular food. I had a weird order yesterday where it was with a Mexican restaurant, and they had ordered all this food, tons of food, and the pay was really good on that delivery. But the problem was that this particular thing, I think it was the arroz con pollo, which is rice and chicken, and it was all these sides that were on it. And guess what? The sides are unavailable on the arroz con pollo because the DoorDash app for food ordering was not updated for the menu. And it does happen at times. The prices and the menu items do change, at times with restaurants. And DoorDash doesn't update the app. So it's whoever's working the website. It's their problem. But it makes it difficult because I get scored on my delivery and checking my food. And I can get a bad rating if I don't deliver all the food. And they had ordered like extra rice and beans and all this stuff that do not come with the arroz con pollo. But the customer had told me that it was on the app that you could pick out all those sides. And I said, well, it's okay, because here's what I did. I took a big deep breath and I ordered those 2 sides that go with your meal as it was presented on the app to me. And it was an extra $7, but the red card was accepted for the order. So that worked out cool, because I was really worried that it was going to reject it. Because at times it will if it's not like right on the money or whatever. But a lot of times they do an allotment if the order is not going to be exactly right. So I got some odd character walking around the car. I don't know if he's drunk or just don't. I think he's drunk. I don't think he sees me in the car. Anyway, so I was really lucky because I did the order just as it read. Yes, it did exceed $7. Not my problem. I'm just doing my job. And it cleared. And so, as long as you're not ordering like drinks for yourself or tipping people with the red card, I don't think they worry about it. They just want you to get the order to the customer. The perfectionism will come later. And so, anyway, I did that. And let me tell you, when I told the customer, I said, well, I don't think that you'll be paying for it, because I went ahead and ordered the extra stuff because it's not included. They said at the restaurant with the arroz con pollo. He said, really? Because it's on the app. And I said, well, That's all right. It's extra $7. You guys got extra rice and beans and stuff. So everybody's covered. DoorDash be happy. The order was done right on my end. The customer's happy. Everybody's happy. It was done exactly right the way it needed to be. So it worked out perfectly. And the customer gave a fabulous rating. And they even came down to the car to get the order. So and if you watch one of my other DoorDash videos, it will tell you about how to deliver to an apartment building, and it'll tell you how I do it. And that will help you a lot, where you don't have to run around apartment buildings and chase around looking for building numbers and all that, and still get the order delivered and still make the customer smile and still cash tip. I do get cash tips at times, and they're pretty darn good. Um, and then I get tipped on the app, of course. But sometimes I don't. But anyway, those things may help you. So I hope you have a great door dashing day on Dancer, on Prancer, on Comet, on Blitzen. And remember, Christmas is all year round. All year round. And I hope that you and yours have a wonderful and blessed holidays. We've got New Year's coming up, so be safe, be careful driving. If you're delivering for any food service, or you're just, a taxi driver for Uber or Lyft, whatever, I have my prayers with you to be safe on those holidays where stupid people will go out and drink. That's like ultimate suicide. But, somebody might be out there with a baby in their car, a young mother with a baby in the car, and get killed over a drunk driver. So please don't drink and drive, and stay safe from the drunk drivers. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope I helped you with some good advice and how to do DoorDash. I do pretty good. I make a lot of friends and get some great smiles and stuff. And the restaurants love me. And I travel to 3 different states to do DoorDash. So you enjoy. And when they open in Destin, I'm going to go down and work Destin and wear a tuxedo with a bow tie. Yes, when they open Destin. Yes. I want my first order to be from Cuvée. Anyway, please give me a thumbs up if you found this video enjoyable or educational, helped you out. Maybe you got one bit of good advice in here that helped you, or something you didn't know. And if you would like, you can subscribe to my channel for free, and you won't miss another cool DoorDash video again. Plus, I travel a lot, all around, and I have vlogs about lots of different things, from fixing things to cool travel places to go, to great hotels and cool cars and how to fix cars and all kinds of fun stuff. Kind of a eclectic channel. Anyway, it shows that girls aren't dumb, okay? Anyway, I hope you have a really great one. Please enjoy. Have a very blessed day to you and yours. And thanks again for joining me. And happy holidays. And a very happy New Year's to you. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I so love you. Have a great one. Love to you. From Big Red. Dash on.